You know, being back in the dating world, I'm reminded of this thing of when the sex is too good. When the sex is too good. I remember that, you know, coming out the gate, I had this thing, hear me talk about it, I really wanted to get into, uh, the gigoloing thing and all these different things, hey, just a kid's drink, you know what I mean? Seeing a movie, inspired by it and all that. And I took it really, really serious. I gotta be honest with you, I really took it serious. I'll be at home coming up with dupe positions and all these crazy things. I don't mean to get graphic, it's not that type of thing. This is not a video for children though. But yeah, so, you know, and I would just be coming up with different things, And so I really took it serious. And, I really learned a lot about, you know, human beings, and our characteristics, our nature, what it takes to free one's mind, what it takes to free one's body, what it takes to free one's soul, you know? And through the course of time, I learned that, and I'm sure that all men and women can attest to having an experience when the sex is too good. When it's too good, whether you received it or whether you gave it, you know, it has one or two outcomes. It's either gonna be something super pleasurable for all parties and you go on, to repeat, and go on and on and on and on, and or a scenario where someone is devastated. You know what I mean? Because thing about once you're connecting two bodies, you never know the outcome. It can create an emotional bond, and it can create, thoughts, and it can actually affect the relationship. Sometimes not always in the greatest way. Because what if you come in and you're not, focused enough to have, just like this thing with me, I did not, all the things I didn't know, about relationships. I didn't know the importance of love. I didn't understand, all of these scenarios before me in my past where I, could have been in a full-fledged type relationship more than the type I was in. And I could have had, that deep connection, that bond. Now I had the connection, I had the bond, but it wasn't on the level, the emotional level it should have been on. And I have that as one of a regret that I've so much carry, and now that I've learned more about it, now that I understand the value of it, what you can get from having an emotional bond versus just a physical, bond, and the kind of bond you have, man to woman. And so now I understand it, I appreciate it more, but I do remember how having too good of sex, if the sex is too good, whether you're receiving it or giving it, how it can have a major, major outcome. And I would say me now, I definitely want to give that to my wife. I wanna get married. I want to get married, and I want to get that to my wife. I want to make her happy for the rest of her life. And it's not just about the bedroom, of course. You have to, start that love-making process outside of the bedroom in order for it to carry over in the bedroom. But there are, certain scenarios where, the sex can just be too good. And how you come at it, having an effect. Maybe just the bodies are just connecting the right way, whatever the situation may be, And again, not getting graphic, but you learn about multiples, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I won't finish that sentence, but you learn about multiples, And, you know, when you are blessed enough to have the ability to, you know, give multiples, you know, and if a woman is receiving multiples, you know, or however that goes, of course, you know, a woman could be looking at this video, a man could be looking at this video, so obviously whatever the opposite sex is, you know, or the connection that you have with your mate, you know, so, but yeah, you know, multiples, it makes a major, has even greater impact. And I did not know, you know, I knew those things were very possible, you know, that I knew about it. And, you know, we've all been around it, we already experienced it, you know, but I did not, it was my first time in a scenario where, you know, it could be like that always. And how are you coming at it? So that's what I like about me now versus me then. I'm awake now. I know how to approach things. Now I'm coming at things from a romantic way now. I'm coming at things from a love way now. And so it's been a very eye-opening experience, you know, God opening up that door for me to get back into the dating world. But it reminded me, and I had opportunity to be reminded of when the sex is too good. Are we really taking it serious? Are we really just using it to our advantage, you know, to get what we want and all these different things, you know? But it matters. It matters because we're human beings. That woman matters, you know? That man matters, you know? And, you know, I always think it's kind of funny from a woman's standpoint, you know? You just happen to have that kind of body, you know what I mean? You just have to have that kind of physical pleasure, ability, and things of that nature, and just something that you didn't ask for, it just gave your way, you know what I mean? You didn't go around drawing up diagrams and all this as a kid, coming up with different strategies and things way to try to make some certain things happen, you know? But it's just one of those things where you get to a point in life as you grow, you know? And most have matured a lot quicker than I did, you know. I'm a newbie to the game, you know. It took some time, and it took a real, you know, huge experience to really wake me up and make me see things different and make me, you know, want something different, make me crave something different. And I want it all. I want it all. And I want the love. I want the passion. You know, I want to, you know, be there for my woman. And I want her to do the same for me, you know? But yeah, when the sex is too good, you know, you have scenarios where you didn't come at it right. You didn't have, you know, the right emotional ties to it, and someone got hurt. You know, and all of a sudden, you know, she's saying some, give you some choice words, you know, or, you know, she's upset with you. And I never want a woman to be upset with me, you know, especially when I have good intentions. That's the crazy thing about me. I always have good intentions, you know what I mean? And I just sometimes may, you know, botch it up, you know, and I own that. And I'm so glad that I've grown now. I'm so glad I'm mature now. I'm so glad that I'm at the place, you know, mentally, spiritually, you know, and physically where I am right now. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful because, you know, I like the new me. I really do. And I'm proud of me. You know, I can say that now. I love me. I can say that now. I like me. I can say that now. You know, and it no matter how many, you know, others tell you those things on a regular basis, unless you feel it for yourself, deep down inside, it's almost like a empty pursuit in a way, you know? And you can do all the most amazing things and bring some of the most amazing things to the table. But if you don't have that true self-love, then you're missing the whole boat, you know? So, very proud of where I am now, you know? But yeah, when the sex is too good, and, you know, if one is on the receiving end, I do not see how it's going to be easy to not get caught up. It's just be almost impossible. We're just human beings. And physical pleasure is one thing, but when you're talking about physical pleasure wrapped around, you know, an explosive type feeling, you know, and especially if it's, you know, repeatedly, you know, it's going to have an impact. We're going to feel some type of way. And I've learned that you owe it, you know, to her to be there. Not just be there physically, but be there emotionally, be there whole heart and soul. And it's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned. So many times our hearts have been broken because the sex was too good. And you think, you know, it's good. But you know, I always learn that anything, too much of anything, can be a bad thing, you know? And so I learned, you know, a lot in this process. I've learned, you know, how to come at things. I've learned how to come at my queen, you know? I'm at an interesting time in my life right now. I am. You know, dating doesn't mean, you know, always that you're in a strong, you know, just a solid relationship. It means you're getting to know, you know, that other person. Y'all are spending time together, and you know, but one thing I like about now, it's all about quality to me too. You know, I'm coming at it with quality, you know, and so I'm trying to make sure that no matter what, you know, those are two individuals that are experiencing quality. And so, you know, it's you learn more and more and more as time goes on. Sometimes you learn through experience. Sometimes you learn because you're putting yourself in class. You know, teach me. I want to learn. You know, and so it's just one of those things that I've definitely got more educated on. One of those things I now take very, very serious. You know what I mean? And so I don't take it for granted. You know, I don't. And I always consider her feelings, her emotions, and also I try to make sure I'm emotionally present. And so there's going to come a time, you know, and I look forward to it, that I will find my forever queen, you know. And you never know. You never know. Again, you never know who that forever queen may be. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm going to keep in mind the things, you know, that I've learned, and I'm going to put those things into play. And I'm very proud of how far I've came, and a lot of you may have already been there, already approaching like that way. Great. Took me a little longer to get there than most. So, you know, but I would say that I'm definitely awoke now. I'm definitely present. I'm emotionally present. And, you know, whatever her heart desires, I'm able to give it. And so a feeling like that I can't even begin to describe. You know, the thing about it too, if you're talking about just physical pleasure, you know, on any level, I love this thing where, you know, she lies in your chest and she feels secure. You know, I love it. So that's the thing that I look forward to the most, you know, with my forever queen. And then she'll tell you too, you know, I feel so secure in your arms. I'm sorry. I give that just does something to me. It does something to me, you know. It makes me feel some type of way, you know. It makes me feel good. It goes along with the growth, being proud of yourself, you know, loving yourself, liking yourself. You know, you can ask for a better scenario to add to that, you know. So, you know, the ship was definitely going in the right direction, and it's just a matter where will, you know, my ship dock. Well, where will it land? And so, you know, only time will tell. But I can tell you this, I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to be a great moment in time. And so, wow, right? Wow. When the sex is too good, you know, being mindful, you know, of her feelings, her emotional state, because it matters. It really matters.